Bear in mind it's very windy today, so bear with. But as you can see there, the tap is like, it's got like an elbow, then another elbow on it. Well, really, we just want it to come straight out the wall. We're going to go 3.5 inches across, and then we're going to go up a bit. So about there, I did have a bit of pen, but I've lost it, so we're just going to go by eye. So I'll drill my pilot hole first, and then I'll show you the big drill bit we use for the pipe to go through. Get this absolute beast on. Get that in there. This takes a bit, so come back on when it's done. So we're through the first bit there, but then we're hitting the other brick on the other side, so we'll get through that bit, and then I'll come back on. Took less than expected, but there you are, we're all the way through there. Let's go and check on the other side. So as you can see, that's exactly where we wanted. Actually, it's not exactly where we wanted, but it's a little bit further along, but we can still work with that. I can just basically take that off and bend that into that side instead, and then it should be all right. We'll move a little bit along for the cot. So we want the hot about there. So what I'll do is I'll get my tape measure, then I'll measure just about that much across there and get a hole in for that one, and then we'll get the pipes through. From that hole there, we want to go about, I would say about 2.5 inches across, and then we'll have enough to get on and keep them pretty close together. Actually, we'll go 3 across, because then we'll have enough space to turn both the taps off, if you know what I mean, and not be catching off each other. So as I said, I can't remember if I said 2 or 3 inches, but we'll go 3 just to make sure. Should pile a bit in. Get your big daddy bit. And we'll start doing this again. As I say, we'll come back because it takes a while. And we're through again. So, as you can see, 2 holes next to each other. That should be alright for the taps. And then what I like to do is, not many people do it and they haven't done it on this one, but I'll put a bit 21.5 overflow pipe in. It's just a bit sleeving for the copper pipe, so the bricks don't rot it or anything like that, but I'll show you doing that after. So as you can see, I've got my 21.5mm pipe. It's just overflow pipe. I literally had them 2 offcuts left, so hopefully it goes through and works. This just basically just protects the pipe in the house, or anything that can hit off the pipe, or it just stops that. It basically stops the pipe from corroding. So I've just been outside and marked where they need to be. So I'll get my pen, and I want these back on the wall so we can get these pretty tight. These don't need to be exactly right, as you can see. Nobody's actually going to see them because they're just in the wall, protecting the pipe. So for that one, we can push them back in from the other side when we come back in. There, like that. You don't need to do this if you're just doing it DIY, but I would say it's best practice. And then you know that nothing's going to go wrong. I've got my pipes through like that, just push them back a little bit. Get that off. We're going to take that off after. And these, what I'm talking about in question, these are only like £7 or something like that, but as you can see, it's a much cleaner finish than what that is. So we'll just push that through there like that. Obviously we can get that on there, and then obviously this is pushing the thing back, but what we can do is we can just push it back from the other side after. There you go. And then we'll get the drill holes in for that. Mark where they need to be, the dots there. Then put that there, that there, that there, there, there. See the brickwork's a little bit out on this, so it's a bit of a fart on, but we'll get there. Go about there. So you need to pull these out again so you can drill the holes. So with this, as the hole is so close, you've got to like drill it on an angle outwards, or the hole will just go like that one. You see, it's not the best because the bricks have just fell apart, but it'll probably do. Like I say, if you've got good bricks in your house, it makes this thing a lot easier. But obviously with this house being pretty old, it's a bit of a nightmare. So we'll see where we're at with this. See if we've gotten a good hold or not. Hopefully we have. People can see it's rough in the comments or whatever, but to be fair, a lot of plumbers are doing this, but you just don't see it because, as you can see, it's got a good hold there. So who would be bothered if it's got a good hold or not? And people can see it. It's workmanship and stuff like that, but as you can see there, you can see it's got a perfectly good hold. But as you can see, it's going absolutely nowhere, that. So I almost forgot to show you, but what I do as well, I put a bit of silicone behind these, and then it kind of seals the gaps up, and then any water that's going behind it stops that as well. So just get a bit clear silicone and just fill that up in there. And then we'll push that back on there like that. So I'll just jump onto this one. We're basically removing the old stop tap. I'm not sure if I want to use this stop tap again. That's really tight. Getting it. Just a bit of a nightmare, these old nuts. Just loosen that nut there. So with this, we're going to cut that there, and then we're going to cut that there, and then the speed should just go straight onto that. So as you can see there, we've got the speedy connected up to the cold, then we need to do the hot. So as you can see, I've got a few other jobs to do in this property. While I'm waiting for the silicone to dry around, I'm just going to get this one in, and I need to go and get a new stop tap for that one because the other one's not working. But for now, I can get this one in so I can get the water back on for them because that side's the hot one. So basically, get your thread tape round like that. You've got to put this on, or you can put Lock-A-Lite on where it's like a liquid thread here. Get this turned in like this. It's not going in. There. Just takes a little bit of persuasion. Just get this in hand tight. I need to nip them screws up a little bit too. And that should do, yeah. So that one I'm going to come back and do it tomorrow, just because I've got a few other things to do. Check this out for tightness. Oh, that is a beauty. So we'll get these in, and then as you can see, I've got a good fixing on them, to be honest. So all I'm doing is here is just taking this clip off so it gives it a bit, so it can give it a bit of movement. Pull that out there, then I can just get a cut straight on that. I may possibly have to move that clip depending on where this is going to go. Put that in about there. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to move the clip. Right, I'll just move the clip along, not put a new one in. So then that'll sit on top of there like that. And now that's move up and get a good nice cut on there. Should be a little bit watery, but not much, because I've drained it all out from upstairs as well. So just a bit. That's got loads of movement. That's good. Now basically, because that's got loads of movement, we don't need to cut it twice. But will this go in? Yeah, it will. So now I can go and push that in. Just like that. And then we'll just need a little pipe to go in there. So there, I can see that. I can see without you measuring your stuff, you can just put that pipe there. That goes in there. And then you've got to bend this around here like that. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and do it the other way. So we'll go on there first. See, it's going to be a bit tight, but or a bit persuasion, you can get it. So put your back in your clip over there, so you've got no movement. I've put that clip back on there, and you've got that there like that. I'll put some silicone on that, like I've done with them ones, just to cover the holes. So before I turn the water back on, I opened the taps upstairs to drain the system. So all I'm doing really when I do that, I don't know if anybody knows, well, most plumbers will know, but for anybody who's not a plumber who's trying to do this, to get all the water out your system so you haven't got any pressure there, turn your water off at your stop tap, then open all your taps, and open the kitchen tap as well, and then everything what's in the pipes from above will drain down. So we'll go and turn them taps back off. So then when you turn your stop tap on, it doesn't affect it. And it doesn't make the water start running, and you don't have to run upstairs and turn it off. So now we've got all the taps turned off. Then we'll turn the stop tap on here. I think that might be running outside. Yeah, I just forgot to turn it off outside. So as you can see, the stop tap's basically fully open there. No leaks. Just give it a quick dry off just in case there's no leaks in there, and then we'll go and check outside. So there you've got outside. I'll still need to fill that hole in there, but you've got your cold tap and your hot tap. So the other way around actually. It's just I'm used to having hot on the left, cold on the right, but with this one I've done it the other way around. But there you go, that's all grafted in there now. That's your hot. That's your cold. See you on the next one.